Hi guys, Ian of Pantheon Games, and today we have Jed Whippy. Just went 4-0 at Swindon, the incredible comic book shop
man.
store preliminaries for Dragon Ball Super. So he's going to show you the deck.
Okay, so the deck is very close to, I don't know his name, but the guy who got second at the LPG preliminary, wasn't it? Okay, so the leader is good old Broly. I mean, this leader is very strong in this format, and it's going forward. This thing may be banned, so play it now.
Well, it's hyper aggressive.
Yeah, it's just generically excellent. I'm not going to go into what it does because you know what it does, but it is just generically excellent. So, Broly. Okay. So the deck runs the Vegito package, but some decks stall, so play 3 pans.
With extra self-awakening.
Yeah, it's like, I personally think it's the best of the 1-drops, self-awakeners. Crit is great and all, but this is almost guaranteed self-awakening because of the bounce back. So you're not going to lose this. And Crisis Crusher isn't seeing that much play at the moment, so these 1-drops are all excellent. I know Todd today played his he played the Broly GT, and those 1-drops are just out of control. the 1-drop Krillin, the 1-drop Kaba, very, very strong.
Yeah.
That's pants.
So what time are you awakened on normally?
I mean, you really want to, if you want to kill early, if you think you can kill early, you can awaken. If you can awaken turn 2, you might be able to pull it off. But it's not going to happen a lot. Normally turn 3 you want to awaken. So if they're not stalling you, if they're really stalling you and not swinging, then you need a pan to at least take 1 life. Sometimes 2, but today I only need a pan once. Every other time it's just blue charge.
Nice.
Playing so this is the main crux of to start the engine, basically, this Goku. So you pay for it, then you drop a card, look through your deck or your drop area and play, let's move these to the side, one of these in rest, same duo Vegetos. It comes out in rest and it untaps the blue energy, so what it essentially does is sets up for the 3-drop Vegito I'll play in a minute. So you get these on board. One of the nice things you can do with this one is, obviously, because it's Union Potara, you don't need to worry about them staying active mode. So this is a free 5k swing, which is always good. And I mean, what I tended to do if I had the cards, it was nice to bean on this swing. So bean him, because obviously they keep the power. So as you climb up, it keeps the power. So bean him for 15k swing, which is pressure. Then go into the tap the 1.
Because also they give each other plus 9k, don't they?
Yeah,
they become
do.
2
Yeah.
10s.
Unfortunately, you don't get a swing off the Vegeta because he comes out in rest. And I did find out the hard way because I'd never played this deck before going in. I just made some tweaks to it, but the not being able to play anything but Vegito cards when he's on board did sting me against you.
Yeah, that was funny.
But yeah, you're going into this chap. He allows you to draw 2 on Union if you Union him out, which is incredibly strong in this Broly deck, because a lot of the problems with the aggro builds of this is that they run out of hand after about turn 3 ends, and unless they've really punched you in the face, their hand is very, very small. And if you have anything, if the opponent has a hand, it gets rough really fast. So drawing 2 is incredible. It will draw 1 if it's played non-union. So I did Shigeshi's out a fair few times today, just to kind of keep going, or because I wanted to keep the energy open to activate his effect. And Shigeshi Mount is awesome because you do draw a card off it. So there was a game where if I didn't defend an attack, I would lose, but I knew if I could defend the attack, I'd win next turn. So I Shigeshed him out, drew a card, and that card was the last. I drew a 5k, which I needed, and it got me out of the attack. So, sometimes luck is on your side, kind of thing. But the card, and what you do is you pay once he is on board. You pay 2 energy after he's swung, and I've lost the card. Here we go. Pay 2 energy after he swung, and then you swap from the energy into this guy, the candy. Unfortunately, you can only play 1 candy per turn. Otherwise, it would just be. I mean, if you can keep untapping, it would be endless.
Yeah.
Which would be absolutely brutal. But yeah, these are just you just swing with these. They're a 15k swing. I mean, I think it was in my game with you where you absolutely nailed my turn by bloodlessing this guy. Yeah. But yeah, he's really excellent because you get the swing and then you get to activate his main and then you just go back into the Vegito and it's just it's pretty ridiculous to be honest. Because you eventually, I only actually played this guy once all day.
Really?
Because I never really got to turn 4. But you can eventually switch into this guy from him. So you switch back to him, 2 energy, and then you bring this guy out. Unfortunately, they have thought about balancing with this deck, which is, not really Bandai style. But your energy level has to be the same or equal in order to switch from life into this. So basically to avoid turn 2 kills and stuff. Sometimes you can pull off a turn 2 if you're really lucky, but you basically have to have pans in your hand and a few other things in order to keep swinging. And a mirror always helps. So then one of the cards I put in, I wanted to put in 2 of this card, but I only had 1 in my folder. So I played Preface. The reason being is that you just Shigesh him out and get 2 energy back. So I actually used it numerous times today as well, whereas normally you think I would be like, oh, do I Shigesh into this? But I'm like, no, I'll Shigesh into this, and then my one on board has another 2 energy to swap into either this guy, into another one of these, into the candy, and then back. I mean, it can get a bit nutty if you have the energy. And then I did play this just because it was in the original list. I think it's in his list. I'm pretty sure. It's nice to bean, I guess, and get energy back, and then you got 24,000 double attack. But I didn't play it once. I just charged it or dropped it with the Goku effect.
If you got 3 energy, it's probably not. You're looking more to play the Vegito and go.
I mean, I would say this is hot trash, but I don't want to. It's just not for me.
I mean,
it doesn't fit the way I
used it in my Boo deck purely just for if you had nothing else, it's pressure.
Yeah, it is pressure.
Although it does suck that all you have to do is put a 5k against on their leader and it doesn't.
I would have much rather had the second Preface. And the thing with the Preface as well is it has barrier, and I ran into a Kid Q deck, which is by far the hardest matchup for this deck, and trying to work around he was playing the red variant, so he had just Kid Gokus for days. So trying to work around the Kid Gokus, because he just pops the Vegito, by comboing off the Goku. So this was excellent, and I didn't swing for game with this, but it allowed me to win. Without it, I would have lost. So very, very strong card. So that's all the blue belt cards. Then we've got the yellow stuff. So I chickened out and went to Jacko, to Shigesh. I regretted it immediately. I should have just went hard on the Shigesh. I mean, it's too good to not play, and I only got Cronoa'd once all day, which is lunacy. But then my luck, I would have played 2 Shigesh and everyone would be mainboarding Cronoa, so I can't complain or anything. And to be honest, I only saw the Jackos in 2 games. I didn't really ever see them. They were just hiding. And Shigesh was on my side all day. I kept drawing him on the first hand to just keep that. I can't complain there. Probably MVP because it won me the game I should have lost. Kid Goku. Got playing Carl. We're playing his Kid Goku deck. And he went in 95k on a 30k and didn't really understand that this was a combo.
Just Shigesh and Kid Goku.
So
blow it up.
That won me a game.
And it's also a barrier blocker afterwards just to really take the mick.
Yeah, 100%. And then I played these because they're in the original. I think he played these in his original list. The 2 yellow Gokus. I guess the idea was to Shigesh them in or something for pressure, but I thought they were rubbish. I would have much rather had something else. I don't know what I would have rather had. I did struggle for yellow energy at some points during the day, where I wanted to bloodlust, but I only had 1 bloodlust in my hand, and I'd have to charge the bloodlust to get yellow. So that was a bit of an issue. But these are, to be honest, I think I would have rather have played the 1-drop Whis to stop people abusing Senzu beans on play and stuff.
Oh, the yellow version
the
of
yellow
Bulbous.
Whis, yeah. I think that would have been a much better call. This was unnecessary. I know you can grab it off planet, but Oh yeah, and also I wouldn't have played the Jackos. I would have played the Gokus if I had them on me.
Right.
But I couldn't find them last night, so
Right. So you did grab it off
so I
planet.
just-
She's the Goku super
yeah,
combo.
yeah, but I didn't have them. So again, I personally would change these. Then, so the black stuff. So I was terrified of Shigesh, so I played 3 Cronoa.
I made the mistake of telling you I was playing Shigesh.
Yeah, but it wasn't yours I was worried about. It was Todd's I was worried about, because he told me he was playing the Shigesh into red Goku into Triple Flash nonsense, and that deck is scary as balls. So yeah, I played 3 Cronoa. I think it was the right call today, because I played 2 Shigesh decks, and then in the non-Shigesh games, it's still a really good turn 1 play, because this deck doesn't really necessarily have a turn 1 play per se. You can play Pan, but oftentimes I don't want to play Pan because I'm being too aggressive, and I do find Broly to be like a fine balancing act. It's knowing when to, trying to figure out, is this the time to take this life? And I often found myself comboing out of early leader swings from the opponent, so I'd happily play a Cronoa or whatever, combo it off, there goes my 5k, I've saved, I keep a life, or I'd happily drop something from my hand. It's just that this kit can get really scary if you're, when you get to 4, if you get there too fast, and they just pull off some, a lot of decks can do like little shenanigan-y things on turn 3, it can get real bleak for you. So I think it's just better, yeah, to be safe sometimes. What that's to do with Cronoa, I don't know. But and then again, a card I wish I played 3, Crisis Crusher. The Kid Ku matchup, I didn't see this until game 3. And in game 3, this was a big factor in why I won the match. Just being able to keep killing off his Android 8s. I mean, I didn't realise first game, because I'm a fool, I didn't think to rest his Kid Ku so he couldn't combo them off. Figured that out game 2, but yeah, that was a real big mistake on my part, and was the reason I lost the first game. I could have went much harder on turn 3, but he killed the Vegito. So yeah, I wish I played 3 of these, and I wish I played 3 of these as well. So part of me thinks I would have rather taken the Gokus out and just played a 3rd Crisis Crusher and a 3rd Mira, but then I'm worried about the yellow count. It needs to be tested, kind of thing. But this is the best card in the deck. To be honest, oftentimes I found the Vegito package didn't really matter. Didn't even use it, especially against Broly.
Yeah,
like Broly kills himself, and then I just go in with this guy. It's just disgustingly good. You know, if they're on 3 life, it's probably game. The chances are so slim of them winning at that point.
you just swing, restand, swing again, double strike.
Yeah, so normally on the first swing they think, okay, I'll take a life. They'll either take it. They're normally tapped out. People are never tapped out at this point, but I'm always careful to make sure they're tapped out. So you bring Mirror out, then they either sparking down to 2 or whatnot, and then swing in again with Mirror and double strike. I mean, I do play Bad Ring, but again, I didn't play it once today. I wish I didn't have Bad Ring. I wish I played Time Magic in the main, 3 Time Magic instead of 3 Bad Ring. But 2 Kais.
So
Probably would have been better at 3.
Do you prefer that over Champo because you have a choice, or do you just because that's what you had?
Just what I grabbed. I wasn't too fussed, to be honest. These are nice foil ones. So. But yeah, it's just Champ, innit? It's fine. It does the same thing. Declaring the double strike is fine. Doesn't bother me. All gravy. Then the extra cards. 4 Beans. Bean is incredible in this deck. I really undervalued Bean in recent times because aggro's kind of gone away. Don't find myself really using Bean that much, and I am guilty of charging Bean a lot. And people may think that's like sacrilege or something, but often Bean does nothing for you. Especially now there's Borgos in the Whis, and so many decks play yellow. Yeah, but in this deck, absolutely outstanding. Just being able to make a turn that should have lasted 30 seconds, and all of a sudden it's 3 minutes later and I'm still playing cards. You know what I mean? Like, that is, it's pretty insane.
Nonsense.
Yeah, Bean's crazy. 2 Bloodlusts. Because of the kind of meta we played in today, this would have been much better at 3. And then these, I got the 3 Bad Rings. These would have been better at 0 because they were they were hot garbage all day. They did nothing. And I know Bad Ring is nigh on busted, but today they just did absolutely nothing. I sided them out every single game. They didn't stay in the deck for more than one turn. I often would rather have had the combo power. And then the last card in the main board is 3 planets. Came in super handy all day, man. Just like grabbing Shigesh, grabbing Kid Goku. I used it once to grab one of the Vegito pieces because I needed it. The ratios are pretty good though, because normally you see your stuff and it's relatively consistent. But yeah, Planet Vegito was excellent.
Nice. What about the sideboard?
So my sideboard's very, very different to the sideboard that was played before in the other version. So I did play the Pan same. I think he played Pan as well. Just wanted that, if they were stalling me, I wanted that turn 2 or 3 awaken all the time. I was really worried about hand destruction playing this deck, because I know from experience playing Broly decks that aren't Height of Mastery and play the Shen package that they can really struggle with hand past turn 3-4, and if you're getting past that point, it's kind of game over. So I played 2 Tau. Weirdly, I didn't play hand destruction all day. I thought somebody would be playing it, but yeah, I just wanted to respect that hand destruction because it can really just mess this deck up. Then I played 3 Haru Haru, sided them in against you, didn't draw 1. But incredible card in this deck, like insanely good, because you can play your the play I was aiming to get off was once I got to say 4 energy, because quite a few games I did actually get to 4, is you play out the Goku and Vegeta combo, and then you just Haru Haru, and then get all 4, and then your 4 energies back up. So you basically have a Haru Haru on board, a Goku and Vegeta ready to union, and you've spent no energy. Insanely strong. Then I played 3 TNs because I knew there was going to be at least 1 mil. Luckily, I didn't have the the luxury of playing it. But I know people say, like, sometimes that TN's not that, it doesn't kill mill, it's not that great. But seriously, a well-timed TN is just absolute game over. If you've got a mirror in hand and they've already been pressured to lose their leader negate or whatnot, and you drop a TN, like, it's over. It's not happening. They're not
no
winning.
dimension, no beam.
Yeah, exactly. And this deck doesn't draw a horrendous amount of cards, so you can actually, I imagine, so again, I haven't played it, but I would imagine it'll easy do 5 turns against a mill deck. Easy. No problem. And this deck doesn't need 5 turns to, smack you in the face, so.
And it's still 15k swing on TN as well.
Yeah, exactly. On top of all the other swings you do. Yeah. Then I played 2 Banisher Foos. I don't think you can play any deck without siding this at the moment, just because Broly's so prevalent, and particularly in this deck, or any Broly deck. I played Broly recently, and the play normally, what I found works anyway, is that you kind of try and bait a Bloodlust, bait their Bloodlust if you think they're holding it, or if you're lucky enough they're not. Get the Bloodlust out of the way, and then you Banisher Fu the 6-drop, and then you just Bloodlust the 7-drop as it comes in, and then you've got a free, you got your swing with him. You can always restand him if you fancy with Broly, or you could then go into something else. I don't know, the big Vegito in this deck, for example, and then just swing your little heart out and you're fine. And then the card that I wish I had more of is Time Magic. There was numerous games today where not having negates was just absolutely devastating. The Kid-Ku matchup without negates is horrible. I would definitely have put this in. In an ideal world, I think instead of playing the Bad Rings, I should have played these main board. So I've taken 2 Bad Rings out for 2 of these, taken the 3rd Bad Ring out, maybe sided 2 of them possibly, 3rd Bad Ring out and put in a Nimbus, and then maybe dropped a planet for another Nimbus, because I've got no cons. There's not a problem just charging them or whatever, but some of the decks running around today were just going so wide, and Nimbus would have been absolutely dreamy if I played those decks. But I got very lucky today with my matchups and stuff, and I got lucky. I think the game against Todd was the one I had no right in winning. But he just drew absolute trash game 3, and I managed to take it. And the last card was Key Zone, because Key Zone is just incredible. Again, I wanted to main board this, but the extra card count is already high as it is, so there's not really any space. My normal logic is 12 extra cards is the absolute limit. Don't go over that, because if you start going over that, the hand starts bricking on a very regular basis. But yeah, this would have been super handy if I drew it against you. Didn't see it, obviously, because that's too good, isn't it? See the card you won. But yeah, man, that's the deck.
Okay, and so what are your matchups today?
So round 1, I played Marseillan, which was both the scariest match of the day and weirdly the most straightforward, because I thought Crit City was just going to hit me, and I think I got lucky first game. She didn't draw any Champas, so I took like 2 crit hits and I went off turn 3 both games and won on turn 3. The deck just doesn't have much combo power, and even with the draw 2, it never really kind of paid off. And then game 2 was against you. That was
Brody Veggies. I thought we had a really good game, man. Yeah, it was
so close. It was so close. Either one of us could have pipped it. I feel like especially game 2, if you went hard on the turn before, you would have won. But I think you kind of, I don't know what you were worried about swinging into or something, or maybe you thought I'd Shigesh Kid Goku or something. I'm not sure.
I can't remember. It's all a blur now.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a great game. Then game 3 was the hardest of the games, which was the Kid Q matchup. Just tough as balls with this deck, man, because it just has, if you don't see those Crisis Crushers to manage the Gokus, and because it was the red version, so there's just more Gokus. Not absolute nightmare. I didn't keep a Vegito on board both games. Miro won me the game both times. So yeah, and then the last round was against Todd's
Brody
GT. So he turn 2 killed me first game. And when he did that, I thought, okay, this is not happening. I'm getting a 3-1 here. I'm gonna be fucking 3rd or whatever. But yeah, game 2, he made a catastrophic error in restanding his leader with Brody's effect, when he most definitely should have restood a battle card that he'd yet to play, and he had like 2 energy open or something, and he knew immediately as soon as he'd done it, he was like, I know this is going to cost me, kind of thing. And he, I'm not sure if he would have won the other way. I did have a time magic in hand at the time, but it definitely would have meant the game went on longer. So yeah, that was round 2, and then round 3, he just drew just hot garbage. He didn't have any of his pieces, and yeah, we got to turn 4 because I got out the big dual attack double strike Vegito, but Mira again won me the game first before. Just Mira, man. It's just Mira Broly. I mean, it's too good.
You could almost just have any kind of aggro engine and just chuck a Mira on the end of it, and you'll probably...
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, I would be tempted going forward to actually try and build some sort of, possibly, I'm just trying to think how you do it. I mean, I think a red-blue build of this would be incredible, with a chain attack, a chain Zeno build that just used... Didn't worry about Bloodlust or any of that, because that stuff doesn't I don't think it's good. It's all good hate cards, but you don't need it or anything.
Yeah.
No other colour has it, and they all get on alright. So you know what I mean.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, and play a chain Zeno build, so you've got really good games against all the Shenron decks and all this Victory Strike rubbish running around. And then on top of that, you've got the incredible Mirror kill turn. I think that may be what I might try next. But yeah.
Awesome.
Good day.
And you got your invite as well?
Yeah, got my invite after getting shafted yesterday. It was nice to get one today.
There's 14 players today.
Yeah, didn't pull a Vegeta though.
No.
Yeah, I did get one off Joseph though, but.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jed, and I'm sure we'll see you again soon. And also, I love the fact this morning you basically went, I'll just play something janky today, something fun, and ended up going 4-0.
I know. It's, can't make it up, right?
All right. See you next time.
Bye.